If you want to move to Deadwood, it's impossible to find the perfect area. I'm going to save you a bunch of time and stress by going over every area in Deadwood so you know exactly what area will fit you. So get out the coffee or grab your favorite cocktail and let's do a map tour. You guys love these tours. Thanks so much for watching. Now, keep in mind, I worked in Deadwood for 13 years before I started selling real estate. So I know this place very well. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about proximity to everything, give you lots of things you need to know about Deadwood. I'm going to give you the different neighborhoods you can buy real estate in, my top 3 favorite restaurants, my top 3 favorite casinos, and top bars you can't miss. So let's dive right in. All right, let's start out the tour. I'm going to give you guys a little bit of idea where exactly how to get to Deadwood, things like that. There's a few different ways to get to Deadwood, okay? You can come up through Boulder Canyon here, right? You get off at the Sturgis exit here, come up through Boulder Canyon. You know, that can be a little bit windy, but it's kind of scenic and nice. So if it's winter, I don't know, probably not the best route. The other route is you go all the way over here to exit 17 and get off on 85 and take this a little bit of a smoother route. And it's actually like the same time. Okay. Literally, I've timed this. If you go this way, it's literally takes the same amount of time. So one way isn't faster. I would say that this way is a little safer in the winter, is what I would say. And then, you know, you got Spearfish right over here. You got Sturgis here. And then over here, you have Rapid City. And then you have the airport right here. Okay. So there's the airport. If you're flying in, that's where you're going to go. You're going to drive up here and you're either going to get off, like I said, in Sturgis here, go up that way, you're going to get off there. And that's pretty much your 2 primary ways into Deadwood. And then if you want to do a bunch of outdoor stuff, you can go up through Lead, and then Terry Peak, of course, is right here, right? You got Terry Peak ski area here, and that's a place to go. Or a lot of people are staying like up in Powder House Pass. That's right here. Very, very popular place to stay if you're coming to Deadwood. Another place people like to go is Louis Burgers right here. All right. You can see it's got a lot of reviews there. That's where people go after skiing, things like that. But that is definitely a place to check out. And then, as far as if you're in town to do snowmobiling and stuff like that, there's snowmobile trails everywhere. And if you want to do ATV riding, you can just roll right out on 385, and you know, you can go right. Actually, there's some really good trails around here. You go up through Galena, and there's a bunch of trails on Galena Road. We take those trails all the time. We go down to Camp 5 Trailhead right here. See that? There's some really great trails here on Camp 5 Road. You kind of crawl this creek right here, and it takes you right out to Galena Road. And that's a fantastic trail. You're going to need a little clearance there, but you see all kinds of Jeeps and whatever can do it. And then another thing you can do is go up into Nemo. That's a pretty fun little town here. And the Nemo Guest Ranch, they have bands on the weekends, things like that. Obviously, they're a little bit closed up in the winter, but you have this, and you have Nemo Mercantile Pizza and Pub. Great new place there in Nemo. There's some amazing trails around Nemo. So that place is fantastic. So that should give you a little bit of layland. Oh, one other thing, there is Pactola. So there is some fishing here, but mostly this is a skiing and wakeboarding lake. And then you have Sheridan right here, which is a fantastic little fishing lake. So those are some lakes you can do. There's all kinds of hiking trails, and there's cliff diving here off Pactola. Actually, if you go to this, this other boat launch here, there's some cliff diving there as well. So you're going to want to check that out. All right, so I actually worked in Deadwood for 13 years, as I was saying, and there's a lot of stuff to do. The Chamber does a fantastic job in Deadwood, and they do a great job of just putting on a lot of events. Cool Deadwood Nights, Dead Weird is a really fun one. So there's a lot of entertainment to do in Deadwood for sure. You'll always see somebody you know, I swear. At least for me, every time I'm in the Saloon 10 or something, you'll see people you know. But let's talk about, if you're interested in moving here, There's some different areas. Deadwood isn't very big, and luckily it's close distance to lead or spearfish or sturgis. So a lot of people live in those towns and just come to Deadwood for entertainment. But this is known as the presidential district here, and yeah, so this is. Let me see if we can zoom in on some layers here. Okay. So this is the presidential district. There's a lot of nice homes up here, a lot of historic homes, and so that might be a place that you're interested in. And then over here, if we go to now it's tripping out. This, if we go, you kind of got to go up around here and go turn here on Mount Roosevelt Road, and then it wraps around here into Stage Run Road. Okay, so that's a newer subdivision here. These homes are about 400, 500, $600,000 in this area. Okay, so that's a newer subdivision. And then over here, you have Shirt Tail Gulch. Okay, now these are very nice, expensive homes. Yeah, these are $1 million homes. You can get some that are 700 or 800K, but these are really expensive homes, really nice houses. Okay, so this is a fantastic place to own a house there as well. So those are kind of the different areas. Like I said, Shirt Tail Gulch here to live, and then you can go up on Two Bit Road here, and they have a fair amount of subdivisions off Two Bit. Yeah, there's a bunch of different ones. So there's some options there for you, but this isn't the best road in the planet. Particularly, there's some hairpin turns like around here. And so anyway, some options for you though. But let's talk about the top 3 restaurants, I think, here in Deadwood. So and this is in no particular order, guys. Okay. So I like Legends right here. This is a fantastic steakhouse. If you're going to this place, you have to try the prime rib. The prime rib is giant, and I'm not kidding you. This thing is like, I don't know what it is. I think it's like 30 or 40 ounces. It is huge. Okay. So you want to go to Legends and try out the prime rib. And then another great restaurant is the Jacob's Brew House, which is right here. It's a little bit off Main Street, but it is still walking distance. You can see they have a lot of reviews, almost 1,000 5-star reviews. It's a great place to go eat. So they got a nice selection of beer and cocktails and good food. So definitely check that place out. And then next is Jake's. Jake's is right in here. And actually, this place was going forever. It was probably the nicest restaurant in Deadwood. And then they shut it down for many years. Kevin Costner owned that place. And they shut it down. And now it is back open. It's been open for like a year now. I've ate there 3 times, I think. Now it is good, really good food. The food quality is still very high. And so those are the top 3 restaurants. Now that gives you a good variety. You have kind of high-end Jacob's Brew House, and Legends are kind of in the middle price point, $20, $30 plates. So some good options there. Deadwood is full of a bunch of different restaurants. There's a lot of choices there, but those are probably some of the highest recommended, at least in my opinion. Like I said, I ran restaurants for 13 years. So, yeah, they're good. I used to run the Deadwood Social Club, and I've been there for many years. It's above the Saloon number 10, which is right here. Yeah, Social Club here. And yeah, it's got a really nice outdoor patio in the summer. So that's definitely worth checking out. And we might as well transition into some of the top bars in Deadwood. And the number one, I mean, this is in no order, but I would say if you're going to check out a bar in Deadwood, you have to check out the Saloon number 10. Okay. It is fantastic. It's a cool place. They have gambling. It's like pretty original from the 1800s. And I would definitely check out Saloon 10. They have live music there every weekend, year round, and they just do a nice job there. The owners do a great job, and it's been in the family for a long time. So I highly, highly recommend checking out the Saloon number 10. If you want to tear it up a little bit at night, the bodega is they have DJs on the weekends and things like that. So that might be a place for you to check out. And then one of my favorite places to visit is over at Cadillac Jacks. All right, here we go. So Cadillac Jacks here is incredible. They have another good restaurant here too, guys, called Flight. This is one you might want to check out. That's a pretty good restaurant there, pretty cool. And so in this Cadillac Jacks here, this is the newer part here, and it is phenomenal. So this is called True. And as you can see here, okay, so there's a good photo here. This is one of the newest casinos in Deadwood, and this is probably what I would say has the best Vegas type vibe. I've been to Vegas many, many times. They have a Allegiant flight here, so we go a fair amount, or we used to go before COVID like 5 times a year. Okay, so I've been to Vegas a bunch of times. This casino right here, True by Hilton in this Cadillac Jacks, is phenomenal. So they have a great Vegas feel. So I highly recommend checking this out, which is also one of my favorite casinos in the town. So great place to stay here at Cadillac Jacks. They have a great casino, fantastic restaurant, and they have a good bar. So it's actually one of my favorite. Now, another good place to go is the lodge at Deadwood. Okay, so you go up here, it's up on top of the hill, and it's right here. Okay, phenomenal. And Augie's is a great place to eat too. I told you Deadwood has a lot of good places to eat. Okay, they really do. They probably have some of the most places to eat in the Black Hills because the tourism is so so great there, and there's a lot of things to do year round for sure. Now the lodge, phenomenal. Once again, you're gonna get kind of that a little bit more of a old school feel. Now they do have a water park in there for the kids, as you can see here. I'm trying to find some. Yeah, okay. So here's the feel of their casino. And it's beautiful. It's a nice casino. It's done very, very well. Like I said, highly recommend it. The nice thing is they have really good parking there. So that's really nice. The challenging with Deadwood with the terrain is the parking. So you definitely get some really good parking here. So that's one big benefit. And yeah, they also have a full convention space. So if you're wanting to host any company events or trainings or whatever you want, or weddings, this is also a great place for weddings. They have this ballroom here. This is 1/4. I actually worked here for a year and ran this ballroom here. And this is actually 1 quadrant of 4. So you can take the whole thing. But yes, they have good gambling here. And it is definitely one of my favorite casinos is the lodge there. And Cadillac Jacks, those would be my 2 highest recommended. I would really check those out for sure. The other one is the Silverado. Okay. They also have the Deadwood Mountain Grand. That is one of the newer casinos, and it was the old slime plant. And so there's some pictures there for you. Here's a little picture of the bar. That's kind of off to the side. So we've been there quite a bit. They have a little outdoor area. They do a lot of concerts up there. I mean, not a lot, but they have some pretty big name bands that actually go up there. So that's really cool. Once again, there's another picture of that bar. Try to find, there's a picture of the sign there. They do also have a ballroom as well. That's just actually their concert area that they turn into a ballroom, and they do some weddings and stuff there. Here's kind of a nice overview of what the whole thing looks like. So that's kind of the main area there. And then this is more hotel space there. So you can see they have pretty nice rooms. And then this is a feel of the casino. Okay. So once again, they kind of all have that historic vibe, except that True by Hilton at Cadillac Jacks that I was telling you about, which has that real Vegas vibe. So there is kind of whatever works for you. They kind of have that all going there. And then I'll show you the Silverado too. That's another popular casino. Maybe they have some food pictures at Legends. Yeah, Legends pretty good. Okay, so at the Silverado here, once again, they kind of have this, I guess that's a video. Here's the bar in there. This is they have a really good crab buffet on the weekends. Okay, if you want all you can eat crab, it's tough to beat Silverado. They have a great, this is what the Franklin, so Silverado bought Franklin, I don't know, 10, 15 years ago now. And so you kind of can jump back and forth across the street. Directly across the street from the Franklin is the Silverado. And so you can, visit either of those two places. Try to see if we can find, there's that prime rib that I was telling you about at Legends. Okay, there it is. Do not miss that. It is crazy. You can split that. Yeah, there's another one with a lobster tail on it. Okay, you guys got to check that out for sure. Um, yeah, isn't that just wild? Look at that. Come on, guys. It's crazy. So yeah, this is apparently they don't have any pictures of the casino, but Silverado is a definitely a top one that I would recommend checking out for sure. So don't miss that. All right, guys. So that should give you a good idea of some things to do in Deadwood and some great restaurants and casinos and things like that. So hopefully you got some value from this. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button, hit the like button, helps the algorithm huge. Really appreciate that. If you have any questions about the Black Hills area or want to know about real estate in the area, my team and I have sold over 1,650 homes in the last 10 years, and we would love to help out. So if you're serious about moving to South Dakota, reach out to the phone number below, send an email, or click the link to set up a Zoom call with us so we can help get you moved to this amazing place. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.